The latest research found that the CCP virus, or COVID-19, or Wuhan pneumonia, which has spread around the world, has undergone mutations. The mutated strain D614G enables the virus to invade the human body more easily, making the virus much more contagious. Experts warned the public not to let their guard down since the epidemic has lasted for more than half a year, and the second wave will be very, very scary. As of July 7th, a total of 11,748,985 people have been infected, and 540,860 people have died of the CCP virus worldwide, and the number of daily new infections keeps setting a new record. On July 2nd, the latest research published in the prominent journal Cell showed that the variants of the CCP virus that are currently circulating the globe are more likely to infect human cells than the original virus from China. This is also one of the reasons for the rising epidemic situation in the United States and South America. Researchers from Los Alamos National Laboratory in New Mexico, USA, and Duke University in North Carolina collaborated with a research team from the University of Sheffield in the UK to jointly analyze the genomic sequence of the new CCP virus. Their research found that 29% of the new CCP virus samples now have the D614G mutation. This mutation in the S-spike protein that binds the virus to the human body increases the number of keys for the virus to enter the human body, making it easier to infect people. As early as April, the researchers discovered that the variant D614G of the new CCP virus increased viral infectivity by 3 to 6 times. Later, the researchers looked further and analyzed the data of 999 British patients who were treated for the new CCP virus in the hospital. They found that the patients infected by the D614G mutated strain carry a higher amount of virus, although the virulence has not increased. On July 6th, Dr. Zhang Wenhong, the team leader of the Shanghai Medical Treatment Expert Group and the director of the Department of Infection of Huashan Hospital affiliated to Fudan University, confirmed on Weibo that the virus strains found in new cases in Beijing also had the same mutation. Zhang quoted a Weibo post by the official account of Department of Infectious Diseases at Huashan Hospital, saying, although the D614G mutated strain was found in the new cases in Beijing, the rapid and decisive prevention and control measures employed have caused the virus to lose its chance of substantial expansion in China. Regarding the second wave of outbreaks in Beijing, the official source only announced that more than 200 people were infected and no one died. However, an insider revealed that internal statistics showed at least 25,000 infections and more than 2,000 deaths. Experts pointed out that if the virus identified in cases in Beijing is indeed this D614G mutated strain, then the epidemic in Beijing should be as severe as that in Europe, South America, and the United States. It is impossible to have only 200 confirmed cases. On July 6th, Danny Altmann, a professor of immunology at Imperial College London, told CNBC that only 10% to 15% of the population could develop immunity in cities and towns affected by the CCP virus. He said, "It's a very deceitful virus, and immunity to it is very confusing and rather short-lived." Governments around the world are currently scrambling to develop vaccines, but the above data showed that only 10 to 15% of people would produce antibodies after being infected by the virus, which means that the vaccine is not effective for more than 85% of people, and the antibody would wane in a short period of time anyways. This also means the effect of vaccines won't last more than a few weeks even for that 15% of people who could be protected by the vaccine, and the virus could still attack the human body at a later time because the antibody would disappear. The conclusions of studies in various countries indicate that the vaccine research does not make much sense. Danny Altmann also said that he was expecting a second wave of COVID-19, and although governments were much better prepared for a resurgence, the situation remained very, very scary. He also claimed that a lot of scientists, immunologists, and vaccine experts still felt very scared about the pandemic. Altmann also emphasized that it is difficult to predict if and when an effective vaccine against COVID-19 can be identified. There's more than 100 in the trial at the very moment, and many things can go wrong along the way. I place no bets at the moment myself.